So alright, so first and foremost, I want to give our praises to Yahweh, Ba Shem Shai Ba Shem Rakakodash, which is the Father and Son name in Hebrew, right? We say double and say apostles and elders agree most on the well, our teachers are apostles in the truth, and we say salutations, so the Akamas of the push on the truth, and say Dean and the out, constantly season of season, we say Shalom. Once again, going into our little video here, let's going back into the little mini series that I'm doing, which is scriptures the churches don't bring out, you understand? Or scriptures that the churches avoid. And as the last installation of this series, I did a video touching upon Israel, how Israel was the Lord's chosen. You understand? The Lord's chosen, right? And basically, I mentioned that I would go into Psalms to show that Israel had the service of the Lord. They have the service of the Lord. They have the statutes, the commandments, the judgments of the Lord. You understand? Now this is a scripture that they don't bring out. They don't as many other scriptures, as many other teachings they don't bring out. They don't teach. They don't dive into. But they will go to the book of Psalms and they will read, "The Lord is my shepherd." They will read Psalms 27. All these things. Same way as a previous installation. I can't remember if it's installation 1 of the mini series where I touched in the book. I went into to Psalms where we talk about dashing the babies on the rocks, right? So they were going to the scriptures and they would pick and choose. You understand? They would pick and choose what it is they want to teach and so forth. And they love the churches love the book of Psalms. They love that. They love to quote. They love to go into it. You understand? They would tell you the old done away with, but they will keep the book of Psalms. That is how high and mighty that they uphold that particular book, right? Now this is Psalm chapter 147, verse 19. It says, "He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel." So it basically and distinctively telling you about a person, a people who he show his word unto. You understand? Because eventually we know that Jacob was a person, but Jacob ended up becoming the 12 tribes of Israel, right? So he says he showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel, right? And as I say, it distinctively telling you about who it is he dealing with, who it is he talking to, who it is that he give the laws, the statutes and the commandments unto. He didn't tell you everybody. He didn't tell you every race. He didn't tell you come one, come all. You understand? He basically tell you who it is he show his word unto, who it is he show his statutes and his judgment to, unto a particular people. And the reason why the churches and these other followers, the reason why they don't go into that, it's because what it would do is basically show that the teachings are off. That way what they say is for everybody, what they say the Lord was dealing with everybody, it would basically show that the teachings are off. It's the same way I mentioned in the previous in the installation before this, is that he brought Israel out of Egypt, but then he plagued Egypt. So if he was dealing with everybody, he would not plague Egypt. He would not have done the things that he have done unto Egypt. You understand? But it again, that distinctively show you who it is he dealing with, right? So Psalms 147, again going back to reading over 19, he say he showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He had not dealt so with any nation. He had not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. They say he had not dealt so with any nation. He had not dealt with any nation. So it telling you in the book of Psalms that he dealing with the other nations. He dealing with this particular nation, which is who? Israel. This is who he dealing with. But again, they would bypass this because why? This would have to show that the Lord dealing with a particular sect of people, a particular people. You say he had not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord, because again the judgments was given unto Israel. So how could they know the judgments? It wasn't given unto them. It was not given unto them. So it's this distinctively telling you that the Lord dealing with Israel. That the Lord chose Israel as his own, his chosen. So what the churches do, they bypass these things. As I said, they love to jump in the book of Psalms. They love to jump in the book of Psalms. They're digging in it, they're going into it. But these scriptures, they were never mentioned unto here. They will never bring out to teach. They will never bring out to show. And as I mentioned before, in all of the previous videos, that we bounce up pastors. We on the streets. You're teaching, so obviously you'll be bouncing up different people. It have many occasions where we bounce up pastors, and we went into all these scriptures are bringing out, we bring out for them. Some of them flat out deny it, some of them ball that is King James, that not, you know, that is King James. Some of them just ball, that's not important, you know. So just to show you that hey, the scriptures say if they're speaking according to this word, is because there is no light in them. And there is no light in these churches. There is no truth. There's nothing there. It's a place of lies, fornication, adultery, all this, everything that the Lord said not to do. That is where you will find in these churches. Right? So straight out telling you here, he showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He had not dealt so with any nation, and for his judgments they have not known them. So one time you don't know, we talk of, you hear English scripture saying, he have not dealt with any nation, he dealt with this particular people. You don't know this church is not going to bring out the scripture. You don't know they're not going and teach it. You understand? So, hey, so until the next installation, we say, and I give our praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashami or Shai Ba'asham Rakakodash. We say that when our apostles and elders agree with very well, our teachers, our apostles in the truth, and we say salutations. So, they can say question on truth and say it day in and day out. You know, constantly in season or the season, we say, Shalom.